What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, and breaking news, Mauricio Pochettino has been sacked as immediate effect, and he is not the Tottenham Hotspur manager anymore. Do you want to read out the statement?
This is not a video that I thought I'd be making anytime soon, or that I really look forward to making at all. I'm so gutted. I'm absolutely gutted that we've actually made this decision, but we'll read the statement said from Chairman Daniel Levy, which apparently the Spurs website's crashed, so no one can actually read it at the moment. It says, "We were extremely reluctant to make this change, and it is not a decision the board has taken lightly, nor in haste. Regrettably, domestic results at the end of last season and the beginning of this season have been extremely disappointing. It falls to the board to make the decision. It falls to the board to make the difficult decisions. This one made more so, given that the many memorable moments we have had with Mauricio and his coaching staff. But we do so in the club's best interests. Mauricio and his coaching staff will always be a part of our history. I have the utmost admiration for the manner in which he dealt with the difficult times away from the home ground whilst we built the new stadium, and for the warmth and positivity he brought to us. I should like to thank him and his coaching staff for all they have contributed. They will always be welcome here. We have a talented squad. We need to re-energise and look to deliver a positive season for our supporters."
I mean, it's not like you couldn't see it coming.
There was a lot of talk, wasn't there, over this international break, that there was, crisis talks with Pochettino. There was talks yesterday, the stuff in the papers coming out saying Pochettino was adamant he wasn't going to quit. There was talk that they were going to go hard back in January and back Pochettino. There was also talk we were going to get rid of him and eyeing up Nagelsmann from Leipzig and other options. I honestly did not think Levy actually had the balls to sack him. I didn't think so, because the big payout he's going to have to pay to him and all his staff, and the big money he's going to pay to a new manager. So I didn't think he was actually going to go through with it, but he looks at the form as...
I reckon the deal will probably be a case of that he gets paid until he finds a new job. I think we've seen deals like that in other places.
No, when you get sacked, you get a payout. That's how it works.
Yeah, but I reckon they've made a deal or something. I can't see Levy just going out there paying 12.5 million just to sack him. I just can't see it. I reckon someone must be touting around for him, whether it be a Bayern Munich or a Man United or someone like that touting around. But it's a very, very sad day. I'm not going to lie.
It is. I want to know. The news broke. My heart just dropped. It sunk. I can't believe that we've actually let him go. I'm so gutted about this news. He's obviously the best manager we've had in the Premier League era for sure. One of the best managers we've ever had. He's taken us to heights we've actually never been before. We've never been to a Champions League final
Exactly.
before.
This team...
That was only a few months ago.
This team that he built here will hold a special place in a lot of Tottenham fans' hearts.
And it's not just that. It's the way he conducted himself, the way he
was Tottenham through and through.
Yeah, and he felt the club. He felt what it was to manage Tottenham. He knew what he felt, the fans, how they felt. I think he really got to grips with what it was like to be Tottenham Hotspur. He got to grips with the history. I thought he really bought into the club, and it's... these managers don't come around that often.
And you saw he delivered that last season at White Hart Lane, unbeaten season at the last season at the Lane.
And you saw that pride.
Exactly. You saw that emotion at the end in the last game and what it all meant to him.
And you saw what it meant to him in the Champions League run. Or, when we beat Man City away with those late goals, and that emotion, how much it meant to him to be getting to that stage. When we beat Ajax as well, you saw at the end of that game how much it meant to him to take this club to heights it's never been. And I know, obviously, the final didn't go away, but you can see just how much it's meant to him managing Tottenham. And it's so sad that it's come to... I know, look, in all honesty, you can't argue with the results. And the fact that it is to be nearly a year of near relegation form, that's the truth.
And also, you can't really argue with the fact that sometimes, well, not sometimes, in all the big games, really... we haven't got over that line. Pochettino has made a lot of errors in sort of tactic-wise or starting lineup-wise in big games, which is hard to take for Spurs fans. But because he's delivered such heights, some people just kind of brush past that. But in the kind of heights he went on with us, he should have delivered a trophy.
Obviously, it's massively disappointing. He's going to leave Tottenham having 1-0. That's probably he's not going to be able to live with. It's going to be hard for him to reconcile with that fact, probably going to a new club, that he had such a great team with Spurs and he brought us so far, but couldn't get us an extra step. I think he's brought us a sort of high level consistency in terms of league performances we've never seen in the Premier League, for sure, from this team, from this club. You know, top 4 finishes consistently for 4 years in a row. Finishing above Arsenal was like, it didn't even mean anything anymore after for the first few years. He
built a team capable of winning the Premier League. I know they didn't, but they were definitely capable. That last year at White Hart Lane, going unbeaten, like I said, that year we were actually good enough to win the league. As Chelsea got like record points or something at the time.
He changed the mentality of the club. He can completely change the culture of the club. He changed how our expectations, and it's a testament to him that he's probably. It's hard to say he's a victim of his own success, because any manager probably would have been sacked with these results. But I felt like the expectation levels have risen so far. It was hard for him to continually overachieve as he had done for his first few years. And he wasn't helped by the boards, especially in that season we didn't sign anyone. I think they have to take a lot of responsibility for how the team has ended up in this situation that it is in. However, Pochettino does have to look at himself and think, is he getting the most out of these players? And you have to say he's not.
Yeah, you're right. Pochettino does have to look at himself. He has made his own mistakes, and that's granted. But ultimately, he's been let down by his bosses. He's been let down by the board. If only the board would have delivered on on what he was asking for every summer, we wouldn't be in this mess. We would be hopefully up there with Liverpool, probably. You know, Klopp asks for what he wants, and he got it.
Yeah.
And you can see where they are now. Pochettino asked for what he got, and he got nothing. So
it took a run of bad results for Levy to spend some money.
Yeah, and exactly. And so it's hard to see where we go from here, because you know what kind of manager do you bring in, and what
he's a tough act to follow. That's the truth.
What manager will come in to work under Levy and not like being backed? You know, not having trust in your board.
There's obviously
what more do you have to do as a manager to get trust?
Yeah, there's not much more. Look, in defence of Levy, which I've been critical of him, but I do like to look at the other side. This summer he did spend money. He did sign in.
Yeah, but it was little too late. It was little too late.
You say that, but I think he broke his transfer record twice. I know. It's true. It probably did come too late, but that doesn't mean that we can just fall to like 14th. That's still unacceptable.
No, I agree with you, but in terms of the whole project and everything what Pochettino was trying to build,
trying to improve every year.
You know, you go unbeaten a season at White Hart Lane, and you have the best season you've ever had in the Premier League.
We get
exactly, and you're trying to build on something, and you just get snickle fritz literally at the bottom of the jar. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy, and. But that's what it is.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so he's just handed crumbs. He's like, here, take your third choice in Kudu, take these players.
And this is another manager that's a victim of Daniel Levy.
You know, his first season in manager, he wanted Schneiderlin, didn't he? He got Stambouli. There was so many. He
wanted Musacchio and he got Fazio.
Yeah, exactly. So every time he's always gone for the B-Tech option, Levy. He's always gone for the option.
But it's happened like it happened under Redknapp. It happened under Boas.
Yeah, who wanted Aguero? He got Saha.
Yeah, exactly. He wanted Gary Cahill and he got Ryan Nelson.
Yeah, it happens every time. And this is I think it's all built up to a head now. And I think Pochettino's not blameless, but I think he's less to blame than I think the chairman is to blame. And
everyone has got to have to blame a bit.
The players as well, I think. I've got to take
the players have got to blame for like the collapse in the team. I think they should have kept going and been professional about it. But look, we'll see what happens now. We'll see who was playing for the manager. We'll see exactly what players were out there for the badge.
Who's your number one choice?
Ten Hag, I think.
Ten Hag? Yeah. Really?
Ajax, yeah. I think I take Ten Hag or I take the Leipzig manager.
So not Mourinho, not Allegri?
No.
Don't want either of them?
I'll take Allegri. Of course I'll take Allegri. I just don't know.
Why not Mourinho?
Mourinho is a ticking time bomb. He's like, can you imagine Mourinho?
But would you... look, the thing is, Mourinho, if you get him, he's going to be gone within 3 years. However, within those first 2 years, you're guaranteed a trophy.
You're not guaranteed.
You are.
Nothing's guaranteed.
You are guaranteed a trophy.
Nothing's guaranteed.
He's won a trophy in his first 2 years at every club he's been at.
Yeah, but he's never been at Tottenham.
That's true. I think he might be up for the challenge. I think he's spoken well of Tottenham. I think he's a manager who's got proven pedigree at the top.
come on.
I don't think it would be the worst option. I know Mourinho. I know though he didn't quite work for him at United. However, I think it's proven that the squad he had wasn't quite up to it. And he said getting second position with that squad was his best achievement in management, and that might be right given how poor that Man United squad was. I know he comes with caveats, Mourinho, especially with style of play and that kind of stuff. However, I think there are worse options out there than getting Jose Mourinho.
I'll tell you, the only way I'm taking Jose Mourinho at Spurs if it's interim till the end of the season.
Let's see how it goes.
That's it. I don't want to get Mourinho on a 2-3 year contract.
But look, given how far we are now with the season, we know we're over a third of the way pretty much, or nearly a third of the way, and we're so far off top four that it's going to take a miracle to get that. It wouldn't just get someone like Mourinho, get us the trophy like the FA Cup, or see how far we get in the Champions League, and push us on over to next season. If we can end this season with a trophy, that would be a positive. And he knows about winning trophies. He knows how to do it.
Yeah, I agree with you that I will take him to the end of the season, and it'll be such a Spursy thing it will take Pochettino to leave for Spurs to win a trophy.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and I think if Mourinho does come in, it's very likely we could win the FA Cup this season. But I just wouldn't want to see him past this season. I think it's more of a SOS, get us out of trouble till the end of the season, then bring in a more progressive, younger manager at the end of the season, like Ten Hag or like Nagelsmann. Exactly.
He's a good look. The thing is, Nagelsmann, he's a great coach, right? And he's done very well at Leipzig. However, he's pretty much done the same as Pochettino. He's overachieved with the team in Germany, like getting 4th and 3rd position, like Pochettino's done. So I don't see how that's a massive improvement on what we've already got.
Well, I didn't think we needed an improvement.
Yeah, you're right.
Pochettino. I think in the summer, if Pochettino was given the trust and everything to get the refresh he wanted, we could have gone and get him. We could have done another cycle. But
yeah, I think I can't get rid of this feeling in my head that we've just made a huge mistake.
Pochettino, the next place he goes, is going to win everything.
He's going to win. Yeah, he'll win trophies. 100%. He's guaranteed to win trophies in the next place he goes, and it's such a shame it's not going to be at Spurs.
I'm absolutely gutted.
Yeah. And he kept saying how he wanted to be at Spurs for the long term. He looked at people like Alex Ferguson and Wenger, and he saw how he thought it was such an amazing thing that they're one club for such a long period of time, and stamped their way of playing and their philosophy on that club. And I'm gutted. I really am. I'm
gutted, but you can't get away from the fact that
you can't get away from that. And I understand why people want him gone, and I can understand that
no other manager in any other team would have survived this kind of form.
Right, but I think with context, with how he's been treated by the board and other things, and the fact that we still have 7 players in our starting 11 since he took over, that they're still there, that the things have gone a bit stale. I think with context, if he was given time to re-energise the squad and freshen up a bit in January, or just get a few in and a few out, I think he could have turned. I think he could have. I'm not sure, maybe not this season, but he could have got back to the stage where he was a successful team.
I agree with you, but how bad does it have to get for something to happen? Something change?
I think Levy's panicked. I think he's seen that there's a big chance that we're not going to get top 4 this season. And we were talking before in our reviews that there's 2 options Levy can go with. Either he can try and save this season and sack Pochettino and try and get that new manager about him and try and get back into the top 4, or he can kind of say, all right, this season is not going very well. We're going to give Pochettino time to rebuild the squad and get back to where he's been. And they've gone for the first option, and be careful what you wish for, as you say.
Well, this is just another one victim of Daniel Levy. It is. That's what it is. It stinks of it. It's happened every time, and it's going to keep happening. So, to be honest, if that's the case, then you may as well get Mourinho in, because he's going to be gone in 2-3 years anyway.
I think if you get Mourinho, you have to accept he's not going to last more than 3 years. However, you have to accept you're going to win a trophy. So I think we're at that stage now. Look, Pochettino, we've had this whole 5-year project happening. It was going good.
So we just sell our souls to Mourinho and
I think get Mourinho and get a trophy. I'm sick of 3rd, 4th, battling and not getting over that final line. He's proven he can do the job of getting over that final line. He's a pro at that. Maybe not over the long term, but I'm happy to take that short-term reprieve from now on, because we had that long term of a Pochettino, and it was great. It was fantastic having great performances and having that long-term stability. However, we just didn't take that final step, and I think I'm ready to see Tottenham take that final step, even if it's just for a short period of time, even if Mourinho only lasts 2-3 years, and then we get someone like Nagelsmann after. I don't care. I want to see a trophy at Tottenham, so get Mourinho in.
Yeah, but you know, even if you get Mourinho in, at the end of the season, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Eriksen, all these players are leaving. Are we going to sign 100 million on centre-backs?
I don't know, but do you think if we get Mourinho in, they're not going to see that as a statement signing as a manager? Because he's a big name. You can't get away from that. He's won Champions League.
Dinosaur.
He's not. I disagree. I will look. Maybe he's not as good as he once was, but I still think he has the chops for him. And I think this could re-energise him. This could be a massive challenge for him that he could take on. And I think it would be an exciting appointment if we were to get Mourinho or someone like. Obviously, I'd love Allegri, but I think apparently he's waiting to the end of the season to get to choose a club. So.
I think having Mourinho to replace Poch just makes my fucking
look, if you would have asked me, if you asked me to give the season if I wanted that to happen, I would have obviously said no. Even if you asked me yesterday, I would have said no. But given the fact he's gone now, look, Pochettino's gone. And we can't take him back, all right? He's not coming back unless we do a Jardim like at Monaco. Maybe, you never know. But he's not coming back. So you've got to look forward to this season. I'm looking at, from now to the end of the season, the league, you pretty much got to write off it, apart from like a massive mad run of form. You've got to write off the league. So who's best to win a trophy? And that's how
the European Sam Allardyce.
That's so... Sam Allardyce won a Champions League or a league? I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, well, listen.
Look, I don't personally want Mourinho, but I think from now until the end of the season, as an interim, it could be a smart move. But I really don't want him past that. I think we need to get a younger, progressive manager and just do what Poch tried to do, but do it better next time.
Listen, what do you guys think? Do you think it was the right decision sacking Poch? Were you Poch in or you out? Are you happy? Are you relieved? Are you sad? Are you absolutely gutted at what's happened? Who do you want in next? Would you want Mourinho, Allegri, Nagelsmann, Eddie Howe? We didn't even mention him. He's obviously been heavily linked, but... Let us know. Ancelotti, he's been obviously in the Napoli job at the moment. He's been in talks, but let us know in the comments below, who do you want as Tottenham's next manager? And as always, come on, you Spurs.